I can't start my shit without my theme music. What's happening? What's happening? Everybody in the world doing? Welcome back to another episode of the greatest podcast on the face of the earth. You are at the LaVar Walker Show podcast. Thank you all. Look, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me, rocking with me. Shit is starting to grow. I'm starting to see a lot of improvements. I'm starting to see a lot of things progress. It's very difficult for me to find I appreciate everybody that rock with me because from what I'm seeing and like videos I post and shit people comment on, smart people understand me. Like the smart people get me, but dumb people don't. Like it is some dumbass people out there that really don't understand me. And I never dumb down to try to communicate with those people. But anyway, enough of that. What's up? There's a lot going on in the world today. And listen, I hope you guys had a great week. Hope everybody had a wonderful week. I had a cool week. I'm now the coach. I'm the assistant coach of my son's flag football team. And I'm not, too much athletically gifted. So I still consider myself assistant coach. I'm helping out, you know what I mean? Throwing the ball, running routes, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really dope. So, but shout out to you guys. Hope all of you have had a wonderful week this week. There's a lot that went on this week. The week went by as a blur. A lot went on. For those of you who watch my videos on Instagram, shout out to everybody over there on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all of you. Shout out to all of you. But we're going to jump right into this, man. And I'm going to just start this off. And I did post a video earlier today, but Vivica Fox, she has a BBL at the age of 60. I know people go through different things in life. I'm not here to judge. It's your body. Do what you want. But it's slightly weird. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really weird. And it's weird because I think when you get of a certain age, you don't want to go lay yourself, ladies, men, whoever, you don't want to lay yourself on those surgeons' tables because of complications. You can get increased complications, sepsis, or just all kind of shit. And is it really worth it at 60? Right, to have like an artificial ass at 60? At 60. And we know Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox was bad, bro. She a bad, beautiful woman. She doesn't need to do this shit. And a lot of, I'm going to say this. Like, I know a lot of us, we admire celebrity. We look up to celebrity, but I think behind the scenes, it just be some dark shit going on. I think a lot of celebrities are lonely and shit. It just don't really, it's just a piece missing, just probably like a lot of insecurities and shit. The people getting their face all shot up with fucking fillers and Botox and just, and the more you pump your face up with that shit, the bigger your face gets. It by slight millimeters, but you keep going back and back and back, and now you walk around your head look like a fucking helium balloon. And you like, this is what's happening. And as black people, we really wasn't into that shit, but now I'm seeing that we're getting very, very deep off into that, and we're looking like Adam white people be looking with that shit. Like you get carried away. And understandably so, if you have unlimited resources, you have unlimited choices, you have unlimited options. So you keep going back. Oh, let me just tighten up here. You just start right there. And then you go back, let me tighten there. And then you tighten, and your shit gets big, and it looks like people are looking at you through a peephole. It's some people walking around, some of these old celebrities walking around, they look like they are riding a goddamn roller coaster. You know how your face be? We on a roller coaster and it's all pushed back and shit. That's what a lot of them are looking like now. And you don't have to do that. You can age gracefully. I'm seeing a lot of actually beautiful women in their 60s and 70s, even 80s. So you just don't, you want to stay away from that. You have to be very, very careful because the Fibonacci sequence is real. So Fibonacci, that's like nature and your symmetry and shit. And when you throw that shit off, you could look fucking crazy. And I was just looking at it, and it was just so sad. Like I'm gonna let's take a look at this again, um, because it was so. I think this is it. Is this it? Let me see if that was it.
I am yours for us to have some fun together, take pictures. I'm not one of those celebrities that standoffish, that doesn't mind you in a hug, to say hey to the kids. Hey, Shrew, how you doing? And you too, how?
Them kids are looking like, who in the fuck? Who is this? Who is this, Grandma?
She said, oh Lord.
That would be like what would that be the equivalent to? Like my grandmama taking me to see Lena Horne when I was 5. Like, who the hell is this?
She'll warm up to me after a little while. And then we're going to have some fun. We're going to do some giveaways, right? We got giveaways, right?
That, what are we going to do? What you going to do with that? What you gonna do with that? Now, I think she can get a young boy. But listen, to all my older women, you can get you a young boy. Y'all gonna have to break that bread, though. Like real shit. You don't need to do all that shit. But if you an older lady, you single and you looking for love, you gonna have to break that bag open. Ain't no young motherfucker just about to be with you. You gonna have to open that purse up. It's just what it is. I think the older we get, we have to turn to tricks eventually. And that goes back to why, I think marriage is important. You know what I mean? Like you go have to trick it off. So that's why I don't not, and don't make this a black and white thing, but like Cher don't mind paying for that young boy. She paid for the young boy. But I think sometimes sisters can be delusional because they be 60, 70. I want a man to make $1 million and he gotta be 8 feet tall and he gotta love me and I'm ready to settle down at 75. Like, get the fuck out. Like, let's just be realistic here. It's time to be real. Like, this is wild.
Yeah, okay. What's up, DJ?
What's up, bitch?
And you could tell the surgery is done because you see how fat her coochie look. What is that? I needed to call my surgeon on because sometimes y'all get this shit done and your coochie look big than a motherfucker, like she got a cup on or something. What the fuck is that? That's what I want to know. Oh, what's up? Shout out Norman Wakefield, man. I'm gonna come up to the station, bro. But look at that shit. That shit is wild.
Have the ladies done the performance yet?
No, not yet. We're waiting on you.
Okay, don't have that
Do
ass.
y'all think she got the ass to get 50 back? Maybe that's
So, do we want
50. You need to throw Vivica some work, bro. That's the least you could do, bro. Vivica need to be in one of them powers or something, dog. Like, come on, man. You can't let the legend act like this, bro. Like real shit. Y'all tell 50 to call me, man. That's just so wild, man. And that's very, very wild. And speaking of celebrity news, it was something interesting today. Andre Mackie, he had something very, very interesting to say. And I listened. I was like, you know what? This is pretty interesting. And I want to talk about that too. Let me load this up, guys, and I'm going to bring it right to you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far. Let me see. This is what's happening. Let me see. I'm going to let y'all listen to this, and then y'all tell me what y'all think. This is what today Anthony Mackie, not Andrew, but Anthony Mackie had something to say in regards to success in entertainment. So let's just take a look at this.
Business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all that. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart. Like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you.
Wait, we got to stop this right now because guess what we just got? Yo, shout out to Kari Frazier. Came in with the... Shout out to Kari Frazier. You bust up in the building. You bust up with the building with the $20 tip, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. So shout out Kari Frazier. What you say? Keep grinding. Content's on point. Update on the 600-pound rapper that did not get the Uber. The lawsuit was dropped, and now she has OnlyFans. Yes, we're going to talk about that, brother, but thanks again. So shout out to you. That's right, y'all. If you did, when them tips come through, we interrupt. But let's get back.
You're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway. I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what?
That was a very, very interesting take. And being in the entertainment business now and being full-time for about 4 to 5 years, it was an interesting take, man, because, you know, you can do comedy. And in comedy, stand-up comedy is unjust. And that was said in the Patrice O'Neal documentary, to where you could be the funniest guy, funnier than, I mean, you could be the funniest guy in the world, but for whatever reason, the cards just don't fall in place. You unable to sell tickets. You probably don't have a special. And I'm not saying like you do have to do some work, but there is a lot of luck involved. Like, and I'm just talking about the whole diaspora of the entertainment business. Everybody in entertainment, to me, when you talk about the work that we all put in, and everybody works their ass, so everybody's working super hard. But it's so many people that it's almost like you at a crap table and you just rolling the fucking dice, man. You know what I mean? Like when you don't sell the tickets or if you don't get the show and shit is slow, you just at that crap table. You rolling. And you rolling, that's the work. But at the end of the day, it is very random. You're going to have people that just get on. You're going to have motherfuckers go crazy on the internet or just get the fuck on. And even when some of those people, if you really got to know them, they'll be like, man, I was grinding and it hit. But it's so many variables involved in this shit. Like, so you can't, I get it. There is hard work, but then there's not. And I just keep it funky. Like, I mean, it's a lot of trash motherfuckers just winning. Like, and it's okay. Like, I'm not trying to be hateful or no shit like that, but this is just the truth. It's just what it is. It's a very high risk, high reward business. Everybody will not hit, no matter how hard they work or no matter how great they are. I know some of the greatest comedians I'm talking about some of the baddest motherfuckers are walking right now. Shout out to JJ from the SIP. Shout out to Henry Coleman. Um, Shout out to Marvin Hunter. I mean, there's so, and I mean, these brothers are just fucking phenoms. You know what I mean? Even when you look at the state of hip hop, I think one of the greatest guys right now in hip hop that is not really. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but Kimmy Ali. I follow him. This guy Kimmy Ali. I mean, he is hip hop. Every bar is dope. Everything is dope. But right now we are like in this realm of just so much noise. It's so much noise. It's just noise everywhere. And you have to deal with the internet and you have to work with inside of the algorithm. And what's happening is in entertainment is unfortunately talent talent won't win. Marketing will win. So the person with the best business plan will typically win. That's what's going to beat everything out. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. At the end of the day, it's about what the consumer picks, but it's just what it is, man. I get a lot of people, LeVar, why you ain't in the movies? Like that'd be the worst shit. Why you ain't in? You need to be in that movie. Like I'm at the house hanging up on fucking Spielberg and directors. Like, bruh, I don't know why I'm not in all the movies. I've been in one, but you know what I'm saying? You just had to just keep rolling the dice at the crap table. Like all this shit I do, the content, the podcast, all that shit, you got to just keep staying there. So I feel what Anthony Mackie is saying. And I mean, he is a pretty big deal as far as the acting world is concerned. And that's just a very, very honest take. It was a great take. And at the end of the day, people, entertainment it's just a luck. It could boil down to the luck of the draw. And you just have to have a tough enough shell and a soul not to let that shit affect you and keep walking. But I'm gonna keep it moving, man. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I see y'all over there on Instagram. Shout out to all you guys. We gonna keep going, man. Jim Jones. Jim Jones made a statement. He was on Joe Budden's podcast, and Jim Jones made a statement that Bloods and Crips are the equivalent to fraternities and sororities. This is what Jim Jones said on the Joe Budden podcast. I can't play the clip because Joe Budden will copyright strike me, but Jim Jones said that. And being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, shout out to the noobs, all over the world. But being a member of the Divine Nine, being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Black Greek organizations are nothing. There's no equivalence to Black Greek letter organizations and criminal enterprises like gangs. And for the life of me, I have the hardest time because like I said, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, in gang territory, all that shit. But for the life of me, as a 47 going on 48-year-old black man, I cannot understand why niggas continue to kneel to the altar of street life. I cannot for the life of me understand why niggas get on their fucking knees to praise gang culture, nigga. Nothing but oppressed your black ass and kicked you in the back, nigga. That's all it did. How the fuck do you compare the gang leaders to fucking Dr. King and Jesse Jackson and Ralph David Abernathy and Johnny Cochran, nigga? How? How? How do you compare that? That is just so fucking offensive. And to be damn near 50 or 60 fucking years old, nigga, you still like on some gang shit? Why? Why? I don't understand it for the life. And this is why in my heart, I don't mind calling the police on niggas. That's why. Because that's some ignorant shit. It's an ignorant ass mentality, and the shit has to be broken. And I never want to be cool, nigga. Never in my fucking life. It's just ridiculous. It's so ignorant. 50-something years old, still pushing gang culture, street life. Like it's helped the community or some shit. Like it's done something. Like them niggas out there doing motherfucking food programs or trying to educate children. They've done nothing but brought havoc, wreck, chaos to the community. That's all. And they had the audacity to sit on a podcast and compare that shit to the Divine Nine, nigga. Without the Divine Nine, you're not even able to ride on the bus. The fuck are you talking about? What no big crip or no blood ass nigga walking and leading the line in the march? What no crip or no blood walking across no fucking Pettis Bridge, nigga? What are you talking about? What niggas need to grow the fuck up. And one thing about me, because I despise that shit so much and I grew up in it and I understand growing up around that shit and experiencing that shit, I understand the rot and the fucking cancer that shit is to the community. And it brings me nothing but joy if I'm in a situation to prosecute one of them niggas. I'm a capper, you a blood. My frat brothers are prosecuting attorneys, federal agents, mayors, governors, nigga. What you talking about? It's sad. It's sad. Niggas really hold that shit up like that shit is so fucking cool. You a any nigga that's in his 40s and 50s holding up any type of street culture, you a lame, you a corny, you're lame, bro. And I'm not saying I'm a square. You know, there's a difference between being a square and a lame. I'm a square in the sense I've gone to school. I have not done heinous crimes to people that look like me. I pay my taxes. I'm married. I have a child. I'm a square. That don't mean I won't stand up for myself or defend myself within the parameters of the law so that I can go back home and sleep with my family. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sickening. So I don't understand it. And a lot of you old 50-year-old niggas, y'all niggas need to grow the fuck up. Grow up, bro. Grow up. It ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna hurt. Because at this point, you will get sued and people will call the police on you and nobody's gonna fucking care. We're not 20. And it's horrific when I see like elderly men that still want to walk around and act like they 22 or 23. It's not gonna work. Even the guy that you had with you that was your little shooter or slider, he's tired. He's not about to risk his life for you, nigga. And these young boys, they smarter now. They on the internet. They not about to risk their life for your ass either. I mean, the numbers of crash dummies, I believe, are getting smaller and smaller. So it's fucking pathetic. So I'm gonna keep moving along. I want to get into the Tony Busby thing with Jay-Z. It was shown today that the so-called the fake accuser came out and said that Jay-Z, they said that the story was totally fabricated by the attorney Tony Busby. Jay-Z never did anything to this person. It's out now. I think the media, I think everybody owes Jay-Z an apology. And also, I believe that Tony Busby should be fucking disbarred immediately. He should not have a fucking license to practice law anywhere in the United States of America. He should be disbarred, and I pray that Jay-Z uses all of his billions of dollars to crush attorney Tony Busby like the bug that he is. I hope he crushes him totally, because he's going to have to do it in the court of law and be smart. But to try to destroy a man, a fellow black man, this was the same shit that happened to Emmett Till. I want Jay to take this nigga to the cleaners. Just really, like, he should sue him. He should sue the accuser to the point where they breathe. They have to pay Jay-Z and Rock Nation. And we also have to open our eyes too, because a lot of these lawsuits are frivolous. They're throwing it out. And when it first happened, I did a bit about it. And it's on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. I did a bit about it where it was just totally unbelievable. And I was just like, I'm doing my bit, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, people got uneasy in the bit, but I'm like, this makes no sense. The story was just bizarre. It was stupid, and it made no fucking sense. And rightfully so. I did have people like, you shouldn't say that because it's the victim. And what's so sad about it is, when these stories are fabricated, it hurts real victims in situations, because their credibility will be ruined because of this type shit. So the media really owes the man an apology. They came out with it hard, but now, since it's been fabricated and this is all a lie, it's a whisper. They're whispering the truth. TMZ is whispering the truth. They all are whispering. All these people are whispering. So shout out to Jay-Z. And I knew he didn't. I just knew that shit. Like, it's so fucking weird, man. I mean, they are really on they've weaponized a lot of these systems. A lot of these systems have been weaponized where I could just accuse you. If you're up, you're a billionaire, I could just say, you touched a young girl or something, and the world turns on the man, unfortunately. As a man, and I'm the father of one son, it's scary, because if anyone makes an allegation on you as a man, you are guilty in the public eye. You are guilty. It ain't even if you prove innocence, nobody want to hear that shit, because the lie is more entertaining than the truth. The lie is more, it brings people more together. So if it's a guy they accuse, like, with tying Jay-Z to Diddy, and you want to tear them the fuck down, it's more entertaining, and it brings people closer together to have something in common. That's literally what happens in those situations. So, but I'm just so glad that that came out, that was leaked. Y'all can check that on TMZ. And we gonna move right along. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Steve 88, Al Scott, Austin Guinness, Los. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening to everybody that's tuning in today? C Bar, Steve 858, Judah Linus, everybody on Instagram, Betty Hill, Dad Bod God, Keith Evans, Ghana Boy. What's happening, brother? Ghana Boy, fellow pharmacist. I see you got your Farm D over there. Shout out to you too, brother. So shout out to you guys for tuning in and thank you. So we go keep moving this along. Southwest. See, I got my notes right here. Southwest has recently started to charge for baggage. I have never. I fly Delta. Um, I have my Delta Amex card. I love Delta. I just love the things I love about Delta is like the app, the convenience, the customer service. Delta is like literally on point, and living in Atlanta, Delta is also the Atlanta is the hub for Delta. I've flown Southwest before. I am from Chicago. Southwest is based out of Midway Airport. Southwest was just always confusing and shit. I mean, they don't have seat assignments. So every time I flew Southwest, I felt as if I'm playing musical chairs. It just never made any sense to me. And now, since they are charging for bags, they are in trouble. I don't see them being able to compete. I mean, they're gonna be would they be a tad better than Frontier and Spirit? I don't really know because I haven't flown Southwest in many, many years. But that whole baggage deal, I don't get that. I really don't. Like I say, I fly Delta. I got a couple of Sky Miles, you know what I'm saying, that I use. But Southwest, I can't do, man. Y'all are gonna lose. I don't know why y'all even incorporated that shit. The free bags was the only thing holding up you guys airlines. Nobody's gonna fly on this shit. Matter of fact, Southwest, when I remember the last time I flew on Southwest, I remember they don't even have rolling carts on Southwest when they bring you the food. They have a person on Southwest holding like a tray in their hand to pass out the peanuts and the juice and shit. Southwest is not. I don't know. It's a very mediocre airline, and I think they're making a big mistake. And I'm gonna guess they're gonna cancel those baggage fees again because they're gonna lose a shit ton of revenue. I don't see them. I really don't see them coming up. So uh, yeah, Southwest. Y'all gonna have to switch that shit up. Let's keep it moving, man. Stephen A. Smith bounced back. Stephen A. Smith, I ain't gonna say he bounced back. I'm not gonna say that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull this up. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright. I wonder if I'm gonna get a copyright strike for this shit. Let me see if I can pull this up. We're gonna listen to Stephen A. Smith because he had something to say in regards to LeBron confronting him. Um, that was going on. That's like 12 minutes. I can't. Shit, I might get in trouble. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. I'm going to find me a small clip. Stephen A. Smith and LeBron. I wonder if I'm going to get in trouble for this. I hope not. Shit. We all got to share the love with this content. Let me see. And then, and this is fair use YouTube, so I'm gonna let me see. I think this is it right here. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna have this pulled up for you. Damn, we gonna see if I get a strike. I just get a damn strike. And we can talk about this. This was very interesting to me too. We pulling it up now, good people. You like the joke? You should have quit with that joke. Is an old stock joke. I didn't write that joke, Matt. That's just a stock joke in a book. I just presented it like that. You say just clip it out of the live. All right, bet. I guess I could do it live then. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at this, guys. Let me see. Y'all be rocking with me on here, man. Hold on, let me see. Let's check it out.
What do you make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation?
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bullshit. But in the moment, I knew that I was listening to a father. Here's what happened. I'm represented by William Morris Endeavor. The founder of William Morris Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, had courtside seats right next to the Lakers bench. He had Larry David with him, star of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm sitting with them. I get there in the first quarter. I'm sitting courtside, and I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game or something like that. This was in the third quarter. Apparently, LeBron had walked out of the timeout, and I turn around, and he's right here in my face. He said, yo, you got to stop talking shit about my son. You got to stop fucking with my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I was like, what? He said, nah, fuck that. I said, yo, let's talk later. He's like, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You got to stop fucking with my son. And I said, all right, dog. And he walked off. So I remember during a timeout in the first quarter, seeing Bronny. And Bronny looked over at me, and he had this sad look on his face. And I'm imagining Pop saw that shit. It hit him. Yeah. And he couldn't hold it, and he rolled up on me. And so when I went on the air the next morning, first things first, believe it or not, I know this is shocking for people to believe, but I didn't have any intentions on talking about it until I woke up that morning and saw that the shit had gone viral. Once the shit had gone viral, the bosses at ESPN, now you gotta talk about it. This is you and him.
Y'all see Stephen A. You say the boss man. I say, boss man, the boss man called me about that. I say, yes, sir. I was talk about it. I was gonna talk about it, sir, as soon as I needs to.
You gotta talk about it. I said, fine. So I go on the air and I said, the first thing that I'm gonna do is establish that this was a father talking to me, not a player. And that was what threw me off. And I was glad, even though I thought that he misrepresented the argument, I was glad he did. Because you see, what he was really talking about, which was confirmed with his conversation with Richard Jefferson.
Why he dressed off like Martin on that Martin episode? He should have came in there with a fake dog. He need that fake Rottweiler to be sitting right with him.
Is that I was talking about him as a father. And so what happens is that had he said that to me, then I wouldn't have been thrown off. I'd have came right back.
No, you were thrown off because you were staring in the face of a 6'9", 250-pound nigga cut from stone and solid muscle. And in that moment, you cowered. And you looked at LeBron like y'all ever look in the sun, like when the sun is right and you looking like that? That's how Stephen A. was looking like at LeBron. You looked at him, you were scared, and it's okay. It's okay.
Back at him, yes, I was. I was talking about you. you did this shit.
Oh, now he got. This is what made me upset. Like, see, he tough right now. He tough. He got the Nino Brown fit on. He tough.
Which I'll get to in a second. But because he didn't do that, I said, fine, you let it go. Mind you, I just agreed to my contract. Courtside. That day was when it was announced. It's all over, everywhere.
We talked about it.
Right? Yeah. It's a nationally televised game. The cameras are rolling, and I'm like, if I do anything, this is gonna be a scene. Now,
I was gonna protect my position and my checks, cause I don't want no troubles.
we can sit up here in front all we want to and act like we don't work for somebody. Damn it, I work for Walt Disney.
You work for Walt Disney, and Master say, you's bet not.
And if I had gotten into some shit with him at court,
You's get a whooping if you's get into some shits with him.
side right there,
You shows do.
that moment, no matter how right I would have been, it would have been wrong. And I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
I said, no, you're not. Cause if you did it, then Master and them, they was gonna have troubles.
But once I saw the tape of him talking to Richard Jefferson Saturday night in Boston,
No, you didn't see the tape. Master called you, and Master say, you's better go out there and talks about LeBron's.
that was when I got really pissed because that was confirmation.
Nah, bro. Let me say this. And I did a video about this. Here's the thing, Steven. You should have stood, like, I don't think LeBron, I like, that shit was bogus to me. I don't think he should have stepped to you. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Cause I'm the type of person, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. I'm not gonna talk to you. You dead to me. You don't exist. Like, you know what I mean? I have this capability where I'm able to totally exile a person from thought, mind, and I can look through a person like they're invisible. So in this particular situation, with LeBron and his son, and LeBron is a great dad. He didn't have his father in his life. But the thing about it is that what LeBron has to understand is the scrutiny and the criticism come with the position. I think Bronny James is a great kid. I think he's a wonderful child. And I think LeBron is an excellent father. I think Savannah's a great mom. I think they have a beautiful, beautiful family. But it appears, or I mean, basically, it's like you handpicked your son to come to the league to play by your side before you retire. And they gave you that wish because you are LeBron James. But you have to understand that criticism will come. Now, when you approach Stephen Smith, the thing I had with Stephen Smith, number one, you coward, right? Well, you didn't, like, even in the moment, I give you grace in that moment because you don't want to be fighting and shit on the court. But the next day, Stephen, when you spoke about LeBron, your voice was different. All we heard, he was a father. He was a father. God damn, my mic down? The fuck? Y'all can't hear me? Kim, turn up your device. Oh, I thought somebody said me. Oh, okay. So all I heard was, with LeBron, I'm so sorry. I ain't never heard Stephen A. Smith whisper like that. I'm sorry because I wasn't talking to a player. I was talking to a father. And they've done such a good job with that boy. And LeBron doesn't speak to me, and Draymond Green does. Like, it was like, nigga, you was hurt because you want to be cool, and that's another issue you have. You gotta stop, Stephen A, trying to be cool and fit in with these motherfuckers. Like, you have to stand on your shit. Like, people might not like a villain, but they respect the villain. But when you straddle the fence, and this is what Stephen A. did, in this situation, you did the video, which seemed to me to be a lightweight tap dancing type apology. Where you know, you didn't necessarily apologize, but it's like, okay, whatever. Where you should have just stood on your shit like, nah, bruh, you know, and just talked your shit and stood on it, and people would have respected you more. And then you come back a day after with this fucking chain over a turtleneck, and now you a big strong man. You done, you know what I mean? You done drank you some courage, and now you talking your shit. And to me, it seems like your boss man. Seems like Mossa told you, yous get out there and yous go talk about LeBron. This is what this shit looks like to me. I'm just sorry. So it just doesn't seem like a lot of athletes will have respect for you going forward. They're gonna try to kick your ass now. You gotta stop going to the games trying to be cool. Stop trying to fit in with these players. And if you do go to the game, you gonna have to get you some security. Get some of them big white boy securities and call it a day, bro. I'm not saying, and Duke, I didn't say he apologized. I'm just saying he was very docile. He didn't have this type of energy. And then he just switched this shit up real fast. You know what I mean? It's like he was jumping rope with a chain or something and just came out with it. That's all I'm saying. So that's what it is for me. And LeBron has to know going forward, bro, people gonna talk about that boy, man. Because I don't even think, when I watched what he said and what LeBron was mad about, Stephen A. Smith didn't tell him one lie. He just said it's just so much increased pressure and scrutiny on the boy. And then it's like, why not let him develop in college? You know, like they put him in there for LeBron and he want to play with his son. And I get it. I guess, you know what I mean? Since he did have that heart attack and he could have been gone. So, you know, I'm not tripping, but yeah, we gotta be careful with that, man. Stephen A., you gotta stand on that shit, bro. Be the villain. If you're gonna be the villain, be the villain. People will respect that shit more, but you can't be like trying to come back and be friends with nobody, man. So, and a lot of people too, that's a great one, C-Bar. You wonder if LeBron will approach Skip Bayless. Is their job? You're right. I'm with you. I don't think he would ever approach Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless doesn't go and try to hang out with motherfuckers and be cool. You have never, I don't even think you've seen Skip Bayless at a damn game. Like Skip don't care. Right. And I think that's another thing too. Like if I'm, you just tell him like, bro, you're going to have to tighten up. We just got to all we can do is work. That ain't nothing but talking. We just got to work. He ain't stepping to Shaq, bro. He is not stepping to Shaq, bro. Shaq will fight, bro. That will be, he not stepping. He does not want that, bro. Trust me. I have worked with Shaq. Shaq is a massive. If you saw how Stephen A. looked to LeBron. That's how LeBron looks standing next to Shaq, bro. Like Shaq is, you don't want it. You have to have a weapon with Shaq. You have to hit Shaq with a 40, bro. I don't even see, you know what I mean? Like, so I was in Uncle Drew. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I did some punch up for Uncle Drew, and I was really there to like help with the cast, but I end up getting a little small scene in the beginning of the movie. I'm the Foot Locker manager in the movie. Any of y'all saw me in there? Have y'all watched Uncle Drew and seen me in my little scene? It's right at the beginning of the movie. I'm the Foot Locker manager. When the register's short, I come in real quick. I have a little talk with Rail and Tiffany Haddish and that. I work with Shaq every day on set, and I would look at Shaq like, my God, what would you do with him, bro? Like he's so like that motherfucker's massive. Like I don't even know, like I don't know jujitsu or no shit like that, but I'm like, what do you do, bro? True story. If y'all seen the movie Uncle Drew, there was a club scene in Uncle Drew where all the old characters are dancing and shit. Now, when we were filming that, I was there because I'm helping out on set every day. Shaq was just holding court. Like, we wasn't shooting, but like sometimes on movie sets, you're not filming, so people just talking, people waiting for them to set the cameras up. So Shaq holding court. He just sitting there holding court, talking to people. I walked off, bro. I left and I walked far away. I had to walk about, bro. I know I walked about 8 or 9 feet, bro. As I'm walking off, I feel a hand on my shoulder. This was Shaq's hand pulling me back into the group to listen. So he's talking and saw me walked off, and that hand just kept, that shit reached and pulled me back in. I'm like, what the fuck? Hand, bro, the man's hand, bro, his hand is like this damn big, bro. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I used to look at him every day like, man, I wonder if I still on this motherfucker, what'd have happened? I be thinking dumb shit like that. I was at the red carpet for the Fast and Furious 6. I actually walked the red carpet. It was so weird. They thought I was Juicy J on the red carpet, but that's another story. This was like 2014. I went to the restroom and The Rock was in there. The Rock. And this nigga is he massive too. And I was like, man, I looked at him because I be sizing motherfuckers up. I say, man, what do I have now? I still on The Rock right now if I hit The Rock in the chin. And all I could think about The Rock just slamming me. Bow, 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 just kicking my ass. And I'm sipping, eating my food with a straw, and I'm in a damn wheelchair, you know what I mean? But nah, he ain't stepping to Barkley. He not stepping to, Bron not stepping to Barkley or Shaq, bro. It's not happening, dog. He not stepping to none of them. He gonna get that work, bro, because they gonna fight him. If that was Shaq, they're fighting on that court, bro. They are fighting. It's what's happening. It's up. It's up. Literally, bro. So, but yeah, Stephen A., I just don't think it's cool. You're being tough now. But I guess them people don't put that battery in his back. And this is what I believe. And a lot of people think I hate, a lot of people on Instagram think I hate LeBron. I don't. I think LeBron is a phenomenal player. And not just a phenomenal player, but I think LeBron, even bigger than that, is a phenomenal friend, a phenomenal family man, and a phenomenal friend. I just talk shit because I do believe that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And for people and the young boys not to agree, it just drives me crazy. So that's why I just keep pushing picks and shit and comparing stats and doing that. It's just like, listen, it's just such a big difference. And the difference is LeBron, from a physical aspect, he's better physically than Mike and Kobe. But the difference in LeBron and Mike and Kobe is that Mike and Kobe were literal psychopaths. Michael Jordan was psychopath 1 and Kobe Bryant was psychopath 2 or psychopath 1B. That's what I'm going to say. They were psychopaths. They had a sickness. They had a mental fucking sickness. And that is what we enjoy. We enjoyed their mental sickness. That's not good. You know what I mean? To have that mental sickness like that. And they will probably even admit that. And LeBron doesn't necessarily have that sickness like that. But if he did, he would for sure be head and shoulders above them. But he just doesn't have it. He's loving. Like, I think LeBron is a loving man, a kind man, a generous man. And he looks out for his people. And I think like maybe Kobe and Mike did that shit to an extent, but they just had a little more. They were a little bit more sinister, a little bit more competitive, like just a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. So, and that point shit, it really doesn't matter. Y'all say Jordan only had 32,000 points, but look at the impact that he's made on the NBA. Look at the ratings of the NBA during the Jordan era. Look at everything. Like, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like Mike. You go on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube and just listen. You know what I enjoy? Going on YouTube and listening to players talking about playing against him. The fear they had. Listening to Coach Bobby Knight, who was a psychotic coach, talk about the greatness of Michael Jordan. These guys were hyper-competitive guys. These guys were savage men. But they all agree about Mike. I don't see that with LeBron. I don't see these NBA niggas talking about, yeah, and he came and he took that person. I don't see that. Like, I just don't see that. I don't even necessarily, I mean, I see a little of it for Kobe, bro, but Mike just different, dog. Like Mike Jordan, Mike Jackson, Mike Tyson, bro. The three Mikes were just different. These are one in every 1,000-year type people that you just don't see. So, I mean, come on. And it's just, I just wish the young boys and the YNs would just admit to it, bro. Like, you see the highlights. They want to say the man was playing with plumbers and shit. They move every goalpost on this man. But no, dog, like, he dominated the NBA. You had Michael Jordan, that was it. Like LeBron, it's LeBron and Steph Curry. Y'all don't even talk about Steph. Like, the fuck, like, it was just different. And y'all is tripping, man. Y'all is tripping. So, and then Jordan's story of how he just has like a hero's journey. You know what I mean? Like, he got into the league. They said he was running and gunning. He didn't have like a perimeter shot. Then he comes back the next year and like, shit, he leading in 3 points. Then they say he didn't play no defense. Then he wins all defensive player of the year. He silenced the critics. This nigga had the same critics LeBron got. He silenced them, though. He listened to them and got better. That's all he did. He didn't talk no shit. He just listened and got better. And they had to, like, just let it go. Like, they're like what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, it was great, man. Let me see. They done ended my shit on Instagram. I should start it up again. But all right. Let's keep it moving along. We still here, man. We had an hour in. Shout out to all y'all that's hanging in here. I think we covered everything. Oh, since we are talking about the NBA, we have to talk about Angel Reese. So Angel Reese wants to boycott. She wants to lead the boycott of the WNBA because the WNBA is not receiving equal pay that they receive in the NBA. And when I saw that, I said, wow, this is fucking delusional. I don't want, like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And for Angel Reese not to understand simple math and why, the salaries are the salaries aren't there, dear, because the people aren't buying the tickets. There's no ticket. They're not buying the tickets, and there's no huge demand to watch WNBA basketball. That is why there's no money. Back in the day, even the pre-Jordan era, like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird actually saved the NBA. They saved the league. Like those players weren't making a lot of money back in the day. It's all just simple math and simple economics. If Angel Reese and the WNBA players are to be paid what NBA players are currently making, then I should be paid the exact same amount as Kevin Hart for every comedy show I do. Regardless, regardless if I sell less tickets than him or or a minuscule fraction of the tickets that this guy sells. So the sit out will do nothing because people aren't watching that shit anyway. And I think Angel Reese needs to take that shit up with the women. Bill Burr has talked about that. It's like, why don't you get on women who watch reality TV shows to actually watch the WNBA? Because nobody cares. And that's just where we at right now. Okay, like nobody cares. The WNBA is supplemented by the NBA as is. The WNBA loses, I believe, $40 million a year. They've lost $400 million or some shit like that because nobody comes. The NBA just supplements them because women were complaining. So the NBA said, okay, cool. We're making so much fucking money. We're going to supplement you guys a league. And that's just what it is. So, yeah, we can't be delusional, guys. And then to the players in the WNBA, y'all want to run off Caitlin Clark, who is bringing actual attention. The Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese matchups were similar to Magic and Larry Bird when they were first building the NBA, but then it became so racial and it just got stupid. So, yeah, that's just what it is, guys. But we're here now. We did an hour, 4 minutes, man. Hope y'all liked the show. Did y'all like it? Oh, yeah, remove destination. Let me see. I just need to get this shit off. Yeah, okay. All right, we are here. We're at the end of the show, man. Y'all got any questions for me before I wrap this up? Any guys y'all got questions for me? Y'all enjoyed it? Shout out to C Bar. Glad you enjoyed the show. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, man. My YouTube family in the building, bruh. Andre Lawrence, I have no idea when I'm coming to Detroit. My man says your prescription ready. I don't have it ready yet, brother. We gonna get it ready. I don't know when I'm coming to Texas, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have to continuously build. We gotta build more and more demand. I gotta another thing too. If y'all could, please, for the love of God, go to my website and just sign up for my email list, please. Because that's the only way. Like I come to these cities and I can't get through to the people. Even if I buy Facebook advertisement and shit like that, it's not connecting to the people. So if y'all would please do me the favor and sign up for my email list at LaVarWalker.me, then I can start really building from there. And when I send that email out, you know what I mean? Like, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I send out the email and people will come to the show, will spread the word. So, Y'all see, you know, like right now, man, I'm just building this shit. I'm not trying to be up under nobody. I'm not trying to be no opening act. I'm really in the mud, you know, trying to build my own career. And that's what it is, man. That's where I'm at. And as far as me coming to do shows, I need that demand there. I need asses and seats because, you know, operating off a door deal, I'm at a loss. Like once I fly myself out, put myself up, I'm at a loss if it's 8 people at the damn show, you know. So that's just what it is, man. Please, please, please go to LaVarWalker.me. I put it in the chat. Sign up for my email list at www.lavarwalker. Let me see, LaVarWalker.me. If y'all sign up for that, man, we can start building. I can pick up some momentum. And man, I can get to these cities, man. I can get to these cities. We can vibe. We can kick it. If we could just have some fun, I could bring some real comedy. I don't need to fucking do 15 music cue bits or talk, you know, just talk about bullshit all day. We get real good comedy, man. So please sign up for my email list, LaVarWalker.me, and I'll be coming to a city near you guys, man. So listen, man, number blessings, man. Love all y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for the support. Shout out to the YouTube family. Shout out to Twitter. What you want to do, a call in? Y'all ready for a call? Y'all, we can do a call in right now. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Hold on, let me put. Matter of fact, we'll do a couple of call ins. I'm gonna do 3 call ins, and I'm getting the hell on. Is that cool? Let's do some call-ins right now. Because I ain't done a call-in in a minute. But people don't call. Listen, y'all, when I post this number, call. I'm going to wrap this shit up. So y'all can call me right here, 818-927-3112. We can chop it up for a quick minute. Y'all can call in, say whatever you want. We can rap. So call me right now, 818. Oh, let me take my 818-927-3112. Y'all can go and call that number. And I guess I need to wait for 3 minutes for somebody to call. So y'all call in right now. We can chop it up. 818. There we go.
Unknown caller.
And we have our first caller. Yo, yo. Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the LaVar Walker Show podcast. What's good? Hello? Can you hear me? Hold on. Yo, 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 what's happening? Welcome to the LaVar Walker Show podcast. Yeah, can you hear me? Can, yo, what's happening? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm here. I hear you, bro. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Damn. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, cool. We here. Appreciate that. Yeah. Man, I just got that. I think I went on. It's like a AI song or something. Like go to AI, you just get the music, bro. I just picked that one. You hear me? Hello? Yo. Hello. Is he gone? Yeah, I just got that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got it's just a generic track. I didn't man, maybe one day I get somebody to make me a real song. That's just a generic track, man, but I appreciate it. I guess it's kind of catchy. Hello? Hey, bro, let me get this call. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, number love, brother. Thank you. All right, no doubt. Hello? Yo, okay. Yo, listen, we still right here, man. I take two more calls, man. Y'all want to call in, talk some shit. Pull up on your boy, man. LeVar Walker Show Podcast, 818-818. Y'all say y'all couldn't hear? We got volume problem. Let's see what's going on here. All right, the next caller, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch that shit to the Bluetooth or something.
Unknown caller.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the LeVar Walker Show Podcast, man. Hello?
What's up? You can hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
What's the deal? She played me in the chat.
Oh, what's happening, Andre? Can y'all hold on? Let me see if they could hear him. Can y'all hear Andre on here, y'all? Say something, Andre.
What's the deal, everybody?
Are you watching
Can
it?
they hear
Because
me?
I can hear echo. Are you watching it?
No, I ain't watching it, but you muted though.
I'm muted right now? Damn,
I
hold
got
on.
the TV muted. You on the TV so I could see you, but
Okay, hold on. Let me try to switch this. They say I'm muted or some shit. What the boy, this shit I tell you, man. You're a producer. Okay, let's see.
man, you be acting older than you really is, man.
Huh?
I say you be trying to act older than you really
Bruh,
is.
I'm
Man.
old,
You know
bro.
what you doing.
I'm 40. I'll be 48, man. I'm almost 50 years old. Can y'all hear him better now, y'all? Yo,
They can hear me.
can y'all hear him? I'm asking them now. Wait a minute. Okay, they can hear you now,
Well,
brother.
hey,
All right, cool. We in the
okay, what's
building.
the deal, chat?
Hey,
There we go.
shout out to the chat, brother. Where you from, man? Where you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Are you from the D? Okay, that's what's happening, man. I come to the
Yeah,
D
I've been
sometime.
on here. I've been asking you for 3 straight weeks when you gonna be down here, or at least somewhere close to here, so I can come see you.
Man, I'm gonna try to hook it up, bro. Like I say, man, I just need everybody to sign this email list at LeVarWalker.me. So, you know what I mean? When I come, I could, send notifications and shit like that, man. Cause some of these markets, these ticket sales be low, and where there's no demand, there's no business. So that's just what it
Yeah, I
is,
feel
bro.
you.
You see what I'm saying? So,
I signed up soon as you put it in the chat. I signed right up.
okay, my brother, I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, I come to the D, man. What I do it, but typically I do the punchline.
Bush.
The last time I was there, I did the punchline. And a little bit before that, I did a small theater out in Pontiac, which isn't really too far from Detroit. So yeah, man, it's all
Okay.
love in Detroit, bro. I love the D,
Yeah,
man.
I got my eye out, man, so we could kick it.
Yeah, bro, because they say they say I look like Judge Mathis and Jalen Rose. So I got a Detroit face. So, you know what I'm
See, that's
saying?
what I'm saying. You got to come here and address that, man. Tell them you
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You ain't them.
Yes, sir, bro. But man, hey, man, I
No, I
appreciate.
just wanted to show my love, man.
Hey,
I'm with you every Wednesday when you go live. You like a real life uncle to me. You don't even know, man. I
man,
watch you every time you post something, anything, I'm on it. So I
Yo,
just want
man.
to show my love to you.
Well, I
Tell you
appreciate it.
thank you,
I
man.
appreciate it, nephew, man. I'm gonna get out of here, bro. But yeah, when I come to the D, man, pull up on me, man. All right.
Oh yeah, you know it. I'm gonna catch you next Wednesday on the live.
All right, brother. God bless, man. No doubt.
Thanks to you, man.
Yeah.
Look.
All right. All right, y'all. That was good. That was good. Anybody else want to call? Any relationship problems? Who got some problems? If there's a problem that I can solve, I'm gonna stay on here tonight. We gonna rock out. Fuck it. If y'all have any relationship problems, any type of problems you're going through, just call me right now, 818-927-3112. And let's see if we can solve your problem. Shit. That's what we gonna do. So I'm sitting here waiting, guys. So y'all call me 818-92. Oh, here we go.
Unknown caller.
Here we go. Yo, what's happening? Welcome to LaVar Walker Show podcast. Who I got the pleasure of speaking with? Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the LaVar Walker Show podcast. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? God damn. Yo. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro? No, it's me. Yo. Oh, shit. No, it's me, bro. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, cool. I had it on the wrong thing. There we go. What's happening, brother?
Oh, this
Welcome.
you?
Yeah, this me,
What up?
man. Welcome. Man, look, we
Yeah,
had a
I'm
little,
doing that King Goldman.
bro, we had a little technical difficulty, man, but welcome to the LaVar Walker Show podcast, man. What's popping, brother?
What up?
Where you calling from?
I'm chilling. From Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, from More, man. Man, I love
Yeah.
Baltimore, bro. Man, bro. Every time I
I'm
come
sorry
to,
they put you in that hotel last time.
bro, every time I come to the Comedy Factory, bro, man, More pull up, man. More one of my favorite cities, bro.
Hey, man, you funny.
And two, man, I want to shout out the city of Baltimore, man. I saw what y'all did for the physician. It was a community physician who's been taking care of the community for years, and I think he had like some financial
Right.
difficulties, and the whole community got together and pulled resources together to help him out, man. And that was just so beautiful, bro. Man, that was beautiful, bro.
John City for a reason, baby.
I love Baltimore like a second home to me, bro. I love Baltimore, dog.
Hey, man, they try to give us a bad rep, but you know, it's a lot of good people in the city, a lot of creative people.
Man, it's some solid,
we look out for each other.
solid people, just good people, man. I love, man, bro. Every time I come, dog, it's like a second home, dog. Like Baltimore, Detroit, bro. Because you know what? It's just hard. You know, as we go into technology, man, it's so difficult to find like just genuine people now. Just people that are just good, just got good intentions, no ill will. But Baltimore got it. That's a great city, great people, brother. So I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, we appreciate you too, man. You know, it's always, they say, you know, laughter is the best medicine. So I tune in often whenever I can.
Have you
ever? You funny? You real funny, bro.
Have you ever caught me at the Comedy Factory?
I haven't caught you at the Comedy Factory, but I've been looking out. I just signed up for your email list.
Okay, dope.
And I wanted to ask you, man. We need to help you get your website together, man.
I got it. You ain't checked it out? The LaVarWalker.me?
I checked it out, but it's the same photo on every post. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, man, I gotta take some more. I gotta take some more pictures, man. But
hey, we can get you up there. They got you looking like Nate Dogg on your in your background.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious, dog. But yeah, I gotta switch out some of them pictures, man, because I got me a nice little camera, and I'm gonna do some YouTube DIYs. I'm gonna snap me some flicks and update that, bro.
Hey, man, I do graphic and web design. Let me help out. I want to help.
Well, cool, bro. Matter of fact, DM me on the joint. I don't know. You on? Will you watch me on Facebook?
I sent you I sent you an email through your website.
All right, bet. Send me that, man. We're gonna have to we'll hook up and make something happen. All right.
Yes, indeed. I was gonna ask you too, like, yo, what do you really think? Who won that Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? Now that they got the police doing rapping the Kendrick Lamar shit, like, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, listen, man. I love Kendrick. I think Kendrick is a
Right,
phenomenal rapper. He's a god MC, bro. But I
right.
be
I agree.
vibing to Drake, bro. Like I can't lie, bro. Like
Yo,
since 2000, matter of
the
fact,
thing about that shit, yo, the thing about it, yo, Kendrick's only quotable. This is my opinion. I think Drake won that beef. When you talk about pure bars,
that's what
drop
I
and give
was
me
thinking,
50.
bro. But
Drop and
everybody,
give me 50 is a
bro.
bar.
Oh my god, bro. Like every
Yo,
time
you
they said I
calling
was
him a
hating,
pedophile, you know what I'm saying, is a low blow in my opinion, because it's not true.
it's not true, and it's super low.
It's not true.
And every time I tried to speak on it, people like got on me, bro. But I vibe, you know what I mean? Like if you sipping and you with the hoes or something, you vibing, Drake is on, bro. Like I don't know where
Yeah,
this whole notion, and then people just one day woke up and just flat out hated this man. I don't know what
right.
he
Yo,
did.
that's like really exposes how many snakes are in the industry, because they just a week ago, like Jay Z said, it was all good. Just a week ago, they love Drake, and now
Bruh,
everybody hates him.
they
But then
just
you hear about the payola that UMG had going on. So now you understand why they trying to defame Drake. The
I
same way that they defaming Diddy.
I
You know what I'm saying? The same shit that they do to
bro,
all the motherfuckers at the top.
I
Black
think
people, black men at the top. It's just
I think right
throw a
now
sexual assault charge at them. And
with the streaming, the business
right,
is even more controlled because now they can
right.
dog you like it's Spotify, Apple, or wherever I use Spotify, but whatever you streaming, there's a person that can
Mm-hmm.
turn your shit up or down. This is fact.
Yeah, right.
So you know what I'm
It's
saying?
bullshit.
When Drake did the response to me as a 47-year-old man, I was like, oh, he killed him. But like people's like, nah, he ain't like us and all this shit, and they made it racial. Then they want
Yeah,
to move the goalpost
right.
like he a white boy all of a sudden. I'm like, where is this shit coming from? Like
Yo,
what?
that's all the motherfuckers that was just waiting for that moment to get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, and personally, I don't really listen to a lot of Drake, but I could like from the outside looking in be like, yo, just a week ago, y'all all love Drake. Now y'all all hate him, and they all forget how the Grammys gave Album of the Year to Macklemore when Kendrick was supposed to win it. Now we supposed to celebrate the fact that he got 6 Grammys because of a beef, and now the police fucking dancing to this shit. Like, yo, this shit is so corny.
Bro, that
Hey,
shit.
I'm happy to hear you say that you agree. Drake won that rap beef. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the bar for bar shit,
Bro, they say,
Kendrick's only quotable is him being a pedophile, and that shit ain't true.
wait a minute. They saying the audio is low. This shit I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, the audio, something happened on YouTube. At least the audio just is super low. I don't know why, but
I hear you
hopefully, you
great.
know what I mean, in the after edit, you can turn it up or something.
Ah, shit. That's always something with this shit. Well, cool,
But
brother.
yo, if you got the audio, as long as you got the audio, you can throw it on the video.
Wait,
You know
hold
what
on.
I'm saying? Just sync it up.
Somebody just came in with a $10 joint. Hold on one second.
Mm.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah, it's their first joint too.
Yo, shout out to Skillsy 60606. You just dropped a $10 joint, man. I appreciate that. I don't let me go back to these settings because they keep saying the audio is low. Now I got this on duo chat.
Yeah.
Let me try stereo. I'm gonna try main stereo. All right. Hello? Hello?
You,
Yeah.
yeah, you.
Can y'all hear him now? How does this sound? Go ahead and say something.
Testing.
How that sound,
What up?
y'all?
What up?
Can y'all hear him? Can y'all let me god damn.
Way better.
All right, that's it. So I gotta keep this shit.
You
Let
just
me take a
figured it out.
let me screenshot what I need to keep this shit on. I need to keep it on main stereo. Let me make sure I got that down. Take a picture. All right. All right. Damn. All right, I got it. All right, we in the building.
Hey,
So
you up there? We here. So we got to talk about all the shit we just talked about again.
yeah, so basically what we was talking about, the brother we was talking about, he asked me who did I prefer in the Drake versus Kendrick beef. And I told him, I said, look, Kendrick is God MC. He a dope rapper, but I've always vibed to Drake over the years. The songs I can listen to over and over again. I don't need a thesaurus to try to figure out what the fuck he said. You know what I mean? I just want to sip something and vibe. So that's where we was at with it. And this brother is a Drake fan as well. And we were just trying to figure out.
Hey. Hold
You not a
up,
Drake
hold up.
fan? Well,
You
no.
put words in my
Okay,
mouth,
I ain't
dog.
gonna say that. I won't say that. But we were just trying
I mean,
to.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of rap, hip
Yeah,
hop in general, and I would say I'm more of a fan of Kendrick than Drake.
yeah.
But the rap beef on this one, Drake. When you talk about bar for bar, drop and give me 50 is an actual real bar that really happened. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Drake calling Kendrick a pedophile, the other way around, Kendrick calling Drake a pedophile is fabricated. That's not true. There's no proof of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no literal proof that he's been, messing with underage girls.
No,
But
that's
we
real.
know that Kendrick got from his label and had to pay them 50% of his shit. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to like when Pac rapped, you claim you a player, but I fucked your wife. That really happened. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about faith and all that shit, that's real beef. That's where it comes from. That's why I don't understand why people just give the win to Kendrick when the only quotable he had from the joint is fabricated. A minor, there's no proof of him touching no kids.
Oh, that's real. That's real. And there was a real
And then when you look at the lawsuit with the UMG lawsuit, they was doing all kind of payola behind the scenes to basically to suppress Drake because they owe him money. And then we celebrating the Grammys for giving Kendrick all these Grammys when he was supposed to win that shit for To Pimp a Butterfly. They gave it to Macklemore. So what the fuck are we doing, y'all?
And listen, to call a man a pedophile and it's not true, that is nasty work, bro. That's some nasty.
It's a low blow, yo.
That's some nasty shit right there. Like, cause they want to Emmett Till any black man they see successful, and that shit is nasty, bro. Like, I ain't never seen that man with no young girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we never see. You see, of course, he took a picture with the girl from Stranger Things, but it was just a photo. And then, they have a friendship. If he was touching that girl, she'd have been in the news talking about Drake this shit to me. He need to pay for that shit.
come on, bro.
So
I have several stories of people.
And then you got the police doing TikTok to your song. You automatically lost the beef, in my opinion.
You want to hear something? I know some people in the industry. It'd be like, dog, Drake will have parties at his house, bro. Invite all the hoes over. He'll have all the hoes over his house and don't speak to none of them. Don't talk to them. Don't even talk to none of them.
Because they go black.
He don't speak. The hoes in out. He not saying nothing. He come in there. He might turn some music on, but he don't speak to no women in his own house, bro. Like, straight up. That is what I've heard. Those are some of the stories I've heard. I guess they walk around and look at the Birkin bags and shit like that. But when you up like that, and I'm sure he understands his position, you just can't, bro. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust these hoes in that position. You can't.
And then it's like, it was all good just a week ago. They was all loving Drake, and then now they hate him.
They just
and
hate
it's crazy
him,
because.
But but you know what it is?
It's the media spin, though, man. The media is powerful like that. And Ye, as much as we don't like to credit him with this for pointing all this shit out, he exposed the music industry. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly controlled by, Jewish.
Oh, don't do this. You about to get me banned.
I ain't trying to get you canceled out here, LeVar.
Just say it's controlled by the other people. Shit, man.
The other part.
Please.
But still, it's like, this shit, I think that Kendrick beef really exposed the industry because, Kendrick is a great artist, but should he be getting 6 Grammys for a beef record? No. He should have won the Grammy when he had the best album, To Pimp a Butterfly. And we always vibing on that shit. He was actually going at the powers that be and not his fellow brother. You know what I'm saying?
And then people want to sit here and act like his Super Bowl performance wasn't based on Drake. The whole Super Bowl performance was based around Drake. Like, literally, when Usher did the Super Bowl, it was for Usher. When Beyonce did the Super Bowl, it was for Beyonce. When Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl, it was for Michael Jackson. But when Kendrick did it, it was based upon Drake. And it seemed to be that the music company, UMG, Rock Nation, conspired to get rid of him. And they did it because Drake was, this is what I heard. Drake was supposed to renew his contract. He was staring at like $800 million or $1 billion with UMG. UMG wanted to devalue him. So instead of giving him 800, we can give him 250 million of half, 500. But we don't want to come off this Billy because if he doesn't renew the contract, then the whole music industry is broken, which I think it is now. Because I think what the record companies are gonna do, they're gonna go to artificial intelligent music, bro. Like literally, they're not gonna even use artists, huh?
Right. And I mean, all they need is a writer, a prompt, motherfucker to prompt the AI to say, write this shit like Drake.
That's all you need.
But yo, you had mentioned in one of your other videos about Ye. I think that's what Ye doing. He's trying to devalue himself because he owed a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, for his creative work. He signed that shit over to them folks, them other people. And so he owed them. So whatever he put out, I think he might be close to the end of that contract, but I think it's like 10 albums. So he's close to the end of that, but now he's devaluing himself because all the shit, the KKK and the Nazi shit. So now he can't sell his shit.
He tried. So you saying the swastika shirts and the hatred that he's spewing is to really get canceled?
Right, exactly. So now they can't make money. He already made his billions or whatever. So he already kind of shifted industries to the design industry. So he made his connections. You think about any kind of like when you work in an industry, you're making networking connections. So in the music industry, I feel like he's kind of run that course, and he transferred. He went to the fashion industry, so he made his connections. He canceled out the Adidas contract. You know what I'm saying? Now he's canceling out his musical shit. So now he's going to be once he's finished, and I'm not sure what the actual numbers are, but once he finishes that 10th album, he'll be free. And he can really be an independent artist. Hopefully he hasn't spent all the money he made over, in that time. But it's looking like a genius play, in my opinion.
I feel you. Wait a minute. My wife is cussing me out. She's cussing me out off a comment that I made. I do sarcastic. So I do sarcastic comments on posts, and I believe this was on the Nick Cannon post where one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas was talking about the relationship she has with Nick and the other women. And I commented on this post, there's nothing wrong with harem life as long as the man can provide for the women and children. This was me being sarcastic. And now my wife is cussing me out. But the thing about even with Nick, shout out to Nick Cannon, because the nigga follow me on the shit. I don't think that's the right way to have a family, but people are so caught up in money and who famous and shit, they dismiss all their values. Like that has to be exhausting, no matter how much money you have. Because Elon Musk have 14 children, but like when you got children in all these different homes and shit, and you not really there, I think it harms the development of those kids. Like it's like, they just around, and I don't think a check can take the place of time. Children smell love.
Them babies are being raised with a chip on their shoulder too. They're like, my daddy never loved me, so now they're gonna be more successful. I think you had a joke about.
Yeah, I did.
Why successful?
And look, since
deadbeat father.
Yeah, and since you bringing that up, if LeBron wants Bronny to really excel in the league, let me tell you what LeBron needs to wake up with Bronny in the house and look at Savannah and say, I'm leaving you for a white woman and pack a small bag and leave and piss off Bronny. And then, in about a year, Bronny will be busting 40 points a game. And then LeBron come back and say, hey, I got you, son.
Right. Hey, that's reverse psychology.
I needed you to get a little chip on your shoulder. Like that's what has to happen. So,
Hey, man.
and
It
to my
might work.
wife, if you are listening on this is just me. My wife be tripping. She is on here auditing my comments.
Somebody got to reel you back in, man. You don't want to get too much
No,
trouble.
but I just be talking. I be sarcastic. I don't be meaning that shit. That is a harem life. I don't. But these women nowadays, everything is so transactional. So if you have the bag,
Right.
and I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying all, but a lot of them, they don't mind getting in line.
Good number.
Yeah, if I'm sitting over here on 150, 200 million, they don't mind, hey, I look the other way. If you could provide me with with proper living expenses and new cars, I can look the other way. So that's what's happening, man. But hey, man, nothing but love, brother. I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm gonna see if we get one more.
Send that email.
Okay, brother.
And,
All right. No doubt. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
No doubt. All right. That was a great conversation, man. We can take another call. If y'all want to call in right now. Let me put the number back up. Y'all can call me right here at 818-927-3112. We can just talk about any thoughts you may have, any problems. We could try to solve those. And we just vibing tonight, man. I'm sitting here vibing with the people. So 818-927-3112. That is the number. That is the number to call. Mm-hmm. Y'all come on and call in because I'm gonna turn this off if y'all don't call. Y'all gonna call in? Are we done? Guys, 818, let's go.
Unknown caller.
Here we
To
go.
accept, press 1.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome to LaVar Walker Show podcast. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
What up, man? It's No More Lies.
No more lies?
Yeah, No More Lies.
No more lies. What's happening, brother? Appreciate you calling. Where you calling in from?
I'm in Nap Town.
Oh, you in Indianapolis. Shout out to Indianapolis, man. I'm from Chicago, so y'all are cousins, man. What's popping, man? Talk to me.
We related.
What'd you say, bro?
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. I ain't got no complaints, man. You know what they say, if you complain, don't nobody care no way. So shit. What about you, bro?
Well, yeah, I am mad with don't nobody care no more. Hell,
they don't care no more, bro.
Only thing we care about, they care about is, they next move.
That's all they care about, brother. So how you doing, man? What's happening in your world, brother?
Everything actually pretty smooth in my world, man. Children, they growing great, doing good.
Cool. Sounds great to me.
Everything's smooth.
That's what's up.
I look on the internet, and that's where all the chaos is at.
That's where it's all at, bro. The internet is the streets now. It's the streets now, man. We in the streets right now, bro. This is what it is.
You ain't lying.
This is literally the streets now, bro. So cool, man. Mm-hmm. So what's up, man? You got a question for me, a problem I can help solve? What's going on? How can I help you?
Hey, I wish that you could help me solve the problems I had. I don't even think there's nobody that can solve them because ain't nobody really ready to step up in front of the people and tell them to stop. You know what I mean? Doing evil to each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm on.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
real.
I mean, I like to have fun and joke and all that, but man, where does our people go stop falling for the same things we've been falling for?
Man,
You know, and I
come on.
know it sounds cliche,
Come on,
but
man.
it's the truth, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, bro. I'm with you, bro. Talk your talk, man. But you know, a lot of people, you know, it's 8 billion humans on the planet, right? And I only think out of that 8 billion, only 10% are smart. So that's still a lot of people though, because 10% of 8 billion, what is that, like 800 million or something like that? So it's still a lot of smart people, but you know, a lot of people are sheep, man, and they don't really understand a lot, bro. So
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we do,
Now,
man.
the people that do understand, ain't nobody listening to them, you know, like, because all we got to do is follow the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, man, and we be straight. I don't know what's so hard about that.
Come on, man.
It's not hard. It don't mean we can't get our money. It don't mean we can't entertain. It don't mean that we can't do whatever it is that's not sinning. As long as we ain't sinning, that's the whole. Everything is not a sin. Having sex ain't a sin. Drinking is not a sin. We can have fun, but we got to follow these laws, man. And the laws just mean just like, okay, you from Chi, you know about gangs. It's just like the gang, man. We got our laws that the Lord told us. He's like, look, this is what y'all black people, this is what y'all do right here. This y'all rules. He gave us rules. And if we follow them, we good.
That's real.
He's like, man, I'm going to bless y'all above everybody, man. But if y'all don't do it, I'm going to curse y'all above everybody. Y'all going to be the worst. Y'all going to be cursed worse than anybody. And look at us.
That's real, man.
We the only ones ain't got no language.
Hey,
we
man.
can't even speak to each other in code, man. We don't got nowhere. They could put us out of America right now. Where we going to go?
Come on.
We not Africans.
Come on.
We can't go to Africa because if we was Africans, man, they would have came and got us, man. They would have came and been like, hey, give us our people back. They would have came and got us. The Lord sent us here for punishment, man. And hey, it's time for us to come out, man. And only a few gonna get to go because a lot of people want what America got for them, man. And this ain't nothing, man. We gonna get to have all this and more if we do good. It ain't hard though.
That's real, bro. Talk your talk, man. But hey, that was real, man. Y'all stay woke on that, man. I appreciate you calling in, brother. You drop knowledge, man. So shout out to you. Shout out for blessing us with that.
Lord's message, man. But hey, Dad.
But
you
man,
enjoy
it's
the rest
all
of your night, though, man.
And I appreciate you, man. When I come to Naptown, pull up on me, man.
Man, I'm gonna try to check you, man. I be trying, man. Hey, I be busy, but I'm gonna try to check you though when I see you coming through, though.
Okay, brother. Number love, man. No doubt.
All right, for sure, man.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We in at an hour, 44 minutes. Maybe one day I just sit up here and stream for 8 hours, but we're going to wrap this up. And this has been another episode of LeVar Walker Show podcast. I learned something today. Now my audio will be clear forever, and we're good to go, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. Good night, and God bless.